What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out, man. I want to hit y'all with this one. One of the biggest problems and issues that I think we have in the black community is we make the crucial mistake of attributing the thoughts, words, and actions of one of us to all of us. And I don't necessarily mean in terms of somebody going out committing a crime or something like that, somebody stealing, There are other people who may look at us in that light, like they all steal, they all commit crime and all that. No, I'm talking within our community when there is an individual who might be contrary in his thought process or in her thought process to what the majority of us believe is best for us as a people, then there may be some of us that will say, well, see, that's our problem. That's where we mess up at. See, that's our problem as a people. And it's like, well, no, that's that individual's issue. And if y'all not following what I'm saying, I'll use black businesses as an example. Sometimes a person may have one problem or one issue when they patronize a black person. And I'm saying a black person patronizing a black business. And have a bad experience, and then they'll say, oh, see, man, that's why I don't support black businesses right there, man, because it's like they have lumped everybody into the one negative experience that they've had. So now all black businesses are the same way in their mind. And when absolutely that's not the case. So people do the same thing when it comes to dealing with a lot of our issues. And so if one of us comes out and says something that is critical, not in a constructive way, but in a destructive way, where they are basically condemning whatever it is that that black experience in that particular category encompasses, then it's like, that's the problem with us. That's what, no, we have to separate individuals who have their own thoughts and their own processing of how things operate. We have to separate them from the whole. And the way that I normally gauge how the masses of us are thinking, it might sound a little crazy to y'all, but it's a legit way. If you can't talk to 1,000 people at one time, if you can't go around personally polling hundreds of people or thousands of people, when you see certain things online, there's a thing called the comment section. And a lot of times when I see somebody say something that's real over the top, or what I view to be ignorant as it relates to us, what I view to be something that is putting us down when it's not warranted, or lumping all of us in a group when it's not warranted, I try to see what everybody thinks about it. So I read comments, and once I see the majority of the comments leaning in a particular direction, then I know what the majority of the masses of the people, just in a small microcosm, I guess, I know how people are thinking, and it backs up my thought process, because usually I'm in agreement when it's somebody who's talking that sellout talk, or talking that disrespectful, negative talk about us or something that we got going on. And it's always that one of us wants to try to shoot it down. So we have to make sure that when we have those thoughts, because I know it can be done innocently too, meaning that we can say, see, that's what's wrong with us as black people. And we don't really mean it in the worst way. It's just more so that that's how it came out. But we have to make sure that we're careful to understand and say, well, no, that's the problem with some of us. Some of us feel this way or think this way or act this way or do this or do that intentionally, or they just don't agree with everything else. Some of us, we can't say all of it. That's like when in the gender war era that we live in, when a woman may say all men are this, or a man may say all women are that. No, some of, or the men or the women you've dealt with, or a couple of the ones you've dealt with. We can't keep trying to just take millions and millions of people and make them all be of the mindset of one individual who's out here talking crazy, out here talking reckless, out here misrepresenting us on a whole. Because the whole of us, from what I've seen, the majority of us, I should say, the majority of us, from what I've seen, we're pretty much in step. We're pretty much locked in and in step in terms of like agreeing on what's best for us. There's some differences here and there, but I've seen across all religious lines and ideological lines on certain levels that we can come together and move for one cause. I've seen it happen too many times. I was at the Million Man March, for crying out loud. And there were black men from all walks of life, all different religions and ways and schools of thought, and all in a unified gathering. So I've seen it with my own eyes. So I know that it can still be done, and it is still being done. But if we get sidetracked by one or two people that tend to enjoy or seem to always be contrarians against what we feel as a majority is best for us, then we're gonna waste time. Stop saying all. Focus on some, and those some don't reflect the all. Don't make that mistake. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I will catch y'all with another one real soon. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast right here on YouTube, and I'll hit y'all up. Peace.